get us a drink, I get us a table. One with a view, I wanna be able. When I look at you, I see the horizon. Elevate me, babe, you got my temperature rising. You got my temperature rising. I'll get our coats, I think it's time we'll be leaving. The way you're looking at me, you got me believing. When I look at you, I see the horizon. Elevate me, babe, you got my temperature rising. You got my temperature rising. You got my temperature rising. When I look at you, I see the horizon. Elevate me, babe, you got my temperature rising. 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 You got my temperature rising.
Came right at the right time. I heard about hot springs and waterfalls.
Yeah. Going to Costa Rica this month.
Costa Rica?
Yeah, I haven't been in forever. Mike owns property down there, so we usually go every year, but
Nice.
I haven't been in so long.
I'm very curious, Beth, to go down there. I hear the deals are good, the weather's nice, and
The deals aren't as good as they used to be, though, because the secret's out now.
Well, it's good for the property.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful spot in a little town. So it's not. It's
How
probably
long of a
like half hour
flight?
from the ocean.
How long of a flight is that?
Oh gosh, 4 hours maybe. I can get to Costa Rica faster than I can get to California.
Makes sense.
Probably like
Literally a straight line on the map.
Vallarta, it's probably 3.5.
Yeah, if you look at a map, Chicago's right here, and then you fly in a direct line straight south. to Costa
Oh,
Rica.
yeah. Cool.
It's
I
a
like
direct.
it.
Roji, Drummer for Hire, how you doing, buddy?
Good. What's happening, my friends?
Did you call me?
I did call you.
Okay.
Well,
You're in.
called.
I talked to the boss. You're in for the 22nd if you want to do it.
Doing it.
All right.
Wait,
Thank you.
Are you in another band?
Ah, it never ends. Now I'm in 7. No.
Yeah.
I'm doing the Mellon Cougar thing on the 22nd of May.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who's doing
Good
that
one.
with you? Who else is in on that?
Yeah, the Mellon Cougar people.
Yeah. So it's going to be kind of a all-star historic Mellon Cougar event. So the band, I believe, rooted from the Will Rock people. So Tom, John, Perry, Don Wilson, Marnia, all of them, Dan Haney. So I don't know who's all going to be there musician-wise. I've been trying to sort it out. But drummers, I believe Ed Rowe is going to play drums. Dan Haney's going to play drums. Tim Peterson's going to play drums. I'm going to play drums. Maybe Dan Dillon. I know he said he might not be able to make it, but I hope that he can.
Yeah,
And then
sounds good.
you got guitar players, bass players, all of that stuff.
Nice.
Which there aren't too many bass players actually in the band historically. I mean, Kenji will be there, but I don't know who else.
Kenji's a good player. Real good.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
don't
we
know.
know
What's
we
that?
know the world's okayest bass player. His name's Pete Janssens.
Yeah.
Who?
The world's okayest bass player.
He's
Check
good.
the box. Check the box. Root note Pete.
Root note Pete.
Drummer dirty stare looking at me Pete.
Well, I appreciate you getting me in on that, Chris, because that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Surprisingly, there's a lot of percussion on that stuff.
All over it. That was my sell to Don. I said, "Hey Don, you know what? I'm going to give you the best percussion section you've ever had in your life." He said, "Cool." I said, "All right."
Are we sure this isn't the real Joey DeMarco? Because I think he's trying to plug in his fax machine.
No, he's just getting there. I just saw a message from him that he's logging in. So
I see
Yeah.
it
that.
always takes takes me
Pete's
a
just-
minute to get it together.
Pete's just being Pete.
I'm just being lovable. So
I love this happy accident. How I found him. I'll talk about it more when we get him.
You're
in the
going to
room
do
with
the
us.
introduction. You're doing the introduction.
Yeah. And I have a bunch of questions ready to go. So like,
Jesus, how many you got? 5 pages?
you've been on that radio show too long.
and I know it's pointless because this show always takes on a mind of its own anyway.
True.
Well, now it's anything that we can condense into 60 seconds. It's
Well, is that a lot of editing when you do that, Pete? When you do those little like clips?
yeah. It's
It is.
I think it's if I'm crunched for time, I think instead of putting all the time into the long form, making it look good with the inserts, it's just get the clips out. You get more bang for your buck doing the clips than making it all look pretty.
Yeah.
So you're still going to do the full 1 hour show, but then you'll have these clips, right?
Yeah, both. The people that listen to stuff, they just only listen, right? They don't watch it. So they can listen to it for a long time. They're doing laundry, they're walking, they're working out.
Yeah.
The videos, they're just doom looping and stop and
Yeah.
so
It's just intended to be an attention getter. If you want to click on it, then go to YouTube and watch the whole thing. If not, thanks for your attention for 10 seconds.
It worked for me. It got my attention. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Well, I think what we were trying to do, Beth, what Pete and I talked last week was we were trying to expand the audience. And I think we both came to the conclusion that a lot of people, even myself, sometimes I'm watching or I'm listening to it at work and I'm watching it too, and all of a sudden I get pulled away and then I stop it and I don't necessarily go back and finish like the last half hour. So by having these little clips, what we're doing is we're basically whetting the appetite a little bit, right? Trying to get them to watch, to listen. Some people are going to watch the whole thing, people that know that particular artist, but they may not, so.
nobody's not-
I'm gonna go
Joey,
check out. one of
Wait,
the
Joey
artists
looks younger than I thought he'd be.
How's it going,
that-
guys? I'm here, yeah.
There he is.
Took me a minute to
Joey.
log in, but I got in.
It's all good.
Hi.
How's that go?
Oh, Bob and Doug
That's
McKenzie.
a,
I
that's a,
knew one of you was
that's
going
a
to do that.
generational thing. I'm just saying right now. That's a
Yeah, that's why I'm
generational.
talking to you guys. Joey will pick up.
I knew what it was.
I knew what it was too because we're old.
Well,
Beth,
welcome, Joey. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll get right into it and talk about how I stumbled across this guy. Um, Everybody here in the Chicagoland area is familiar with the name Joey DeMarco because he's been a promoter and a booking manager at least since the 90s. I know he's doing it today, and I happen to be going through some old cassette tapes from the 90s from some local bands that I loved, and I noticed in the liner notes that they were thanking Joey DeMarco. So I go to Facebook, I type in a message saying, "Hey, I think it's cool you've been doing it for this long. Found these old liner notes. Just think it's cool you've been doing it for this long." Now, a normal person would have probably just backed out of this conversation with me, but Joey, being the polite guy that he is, messages back right away and says, "You got the wrong Joey DeMarco. You're looking for a promoter, and I happen to be a musician in Canada." And I heard, as soon as I heard that, I started working on getting him on this show because I had to know more. And then when he sent me his Spotify link, hook, line, and sinker, had to get him for the show. So, a happy accident. What do we call this? The right kind of mistake.
The right kind of mistake. Yeah.
Joey, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Joey,
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's DE space Marco.
That's
Yes.
right. You got it.
Okay.
Yes.
That's going to help SEO, Joey.
Thank you.
Where in Canada, eh?
So I'm actually in Windsor. I border Detroit.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not too far from you guys.
Yeah, it's like literally right through the tunnel.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
right. So
By the way, just one word about Windsor. Great strip clubs over there.
I wouldn't know anything about it.
I know only from back in the
Yeah.
90s. I don't go to those anymore, but
Yeah.
when I did,
Yeah, you can't
Windsor.
expense them anymore.
No.
Yeah, no, it's a good time in Windsor. The bar scene's it's mellowed out a little bit, but it's had its day, and still some pretty good entertainment around. So
Tell us a little bit about the music scene in Windsor. Because I didn't. I mean, honestly, I've only been there across the border there a few times in that particular part of Canada, but it is really literally right across. You could see it from Detroit.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a mile away, I believe.
Yep.
Ambassador Bridge or something like that. But yeah, the scene in Windsor is great. There's a ton of talent here. There's a lot of history here as well. It's not as well known, but we're influenced by Motown. We got Detroit right across the border, so our radio stations are all Detroit radio stations. Our Canadian content is very limited. So when I
Wow.
travel to Toronto, I hear completely different music than I would be used to hearing here in Windsor and throughout Canada. Everywhere else is playing the Canadian music, but because we have access to Detroit radio. It's just been an amazing experience growing up, listening to music, and then seeing all the amazing musicians that have come out of the city. We have people who have toured with bands as big as Jimi Hendrix and whatnot. And, you don't hear these names. You don't learn about these people as often. They're a little bit more in the background, but they're here, they're around, and they just really enrich the scene here locally.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in music, and then we can talk about your style of music a little bit?
Yeah, of course. It just was kind of in me as a kid. My parents always listened to a wide variety of music. So when I was 2 years old, I was listening to Richie Valens, The Doors, and Michael Jackson. So that's what I was listening to as a 2-year-old, as early as I can remember. And then my uncle, actually, I have a few musicians in my family on both sides, my mom and my dad. But my uncle had a recording studio, and I just remember being about. I couldn't even get up on the drum stool. That's how little I was. So somebody had to pick me up and put me on the drum stool, and I just learned how to hit a boom bap beat, and then I just fell in love with the whole thing and bought myself a guitar by the age of 9. I was playing piano by the age of 6 or 7 years old, and drums and everything else, and I just fell in love with it and just stuck with it. So,
oh, wow. So
yeah.
you play all sorts of instruments. I love that.
Yeah, I try to, I guess, play as much as I can. You're limited when you're trying to do too much, but as a songwriter, I think it's important that I'm getting on everything and hearing different sounds and understanding different positions in the band when you're on stage, what a bass player is going through, a drummer is going through, etc. So It has a little bit of depth
What's
to
your
that, I guess.
What's your primary instrument? Is it guitar?
You know, I know probably percussion. I would say I love playing the hand drums. I've got a cajon, I've got bongos, congas, all that stuff. So that's probably where I would say is my strongest instrument. I can jump on a drum kit as well. But
Okay.
afterward, yeah, I can play guitar. Like I can hold it down on the guitar and the bass and anything that I was needed to do. Like, you know, if I had to perform or something like that. But yeah, I never really mastered any of the instruments. Because I think I gravitated so much to songwriting. I just never really tried to get that much better at the instruments because it wasn't really my goal.
Yeah, you're talking to a bunch of musicians right now, Joey. I kind of skipped over a part, but real quick to introduce you
Yeah,
to
please.
the hosts here. We've got Pete Jansen,
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
It's early.
who the show and we call him the world's okayest bass player. We've got Chris Rhodes, aka Rhodesy, who is
Alright.
a drummer. And we've got Mike Orfanos, aka Bongo Mike, because
Very cool.
he is a percussion master.
Nice.
Oh, right up your alley.
And
That's
Yeah,
We-
you got the
That's my
right guy.
jam.
He might be the second percussion player we've had on here. I
Yeah,
think
no kidding.
Costanza was the first guy.
Okay.
and I like that Joey that you mentioned Motown because these guys every once or twice a year we do a musical benefit and it's kind of like a big monster jam with one theme and 30 or 40 musicians take turns round robining on the stage and we're there to raise money for a good cause and one of the themes that we did was Motown. So
Cool.
it was 4 hours of these guys playing Motown music.
Amazing. Very cool. There's so many hits.
Oh,
It was
Just
it was beautiful.
we barely touched on him.
Yeah,
Roji, how many
yeah.
songs did we have? Was it like 35, 36?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, less than 40.
Yeah, so I mean, you think about that, Joey, when you're thinking about like, Motown. I mean, literally, we could have went into one artist and probably covered 15 songs, 15 hits.
right.
Yeah, we barely scratched the surface.
Barely.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. That's amazing. That sounds like a lot of fun.
All for charity.
Yeah, we do a different theme. We've done Motown, we've done yacht rock, we've done what else? Metal mayhem,
One hit wonders.
one hit wonders. The cool thing about our music scene is that it's not just one
Oh, we lost that.
genre.
There we go.
What's that?
You're kind of pausing, like we lost you for there.
You froze.
You froze.
Oh no. All right. Well, hopefully that won't happen again.
You're back.
Sorry.
But I was just saying the music scene that we have here in the Chicago suburbs is so varied. You can get so many styles of music. Anywhere you go. So what's the main kind of music scene in Canada where you're at right now, Joey? Is it rock? Is it jazz? Is it
I think hip hop is big right now everywhere. Like the hip hop pop scene is pretty big.
Mhm.
Indie rock's always been pretty big in Canada.
Okay.
So that's something that, for the last 20 years has been pretty popular. But it's pretty similar. Like we get a lot of, American artists and everything as well. So whatever's popping in Chicago is very likely bleeding over into our region over here.
Okay.
So yeah, it's more or less the same, especially with like streaming now and social media and sharing. It's not, music gets around a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So
It's really incredible.
Yeah.
That just having a website gives people worldwide access to you.
right.
And you'd be surprised how much these other countries really follow our music and I can't speak to a lot of these people, but we can sing together.
Right. No, I agree. I think music is like just a universal language. Song and dance. It's just something that, people have always done. Doesn't matter where you're from. A good beat is a good beat. And
Yeah.
yeah. And you guys got a great music scene, Chicago.
Have you ever been here?
I've been there once. Yeah, I was there back in, I want to say 2015. A friend of mine got married. So
Okay.
I spent a day or two there and we toured the whole city and it was just amazing. But I also grew up like watching the Blues Brothers and, I've always loved blues music, jazz music. So Chicago's always kind of, held a special place in my heart because it offers just a certain vibe the city has. And after visiting there, you could really feel it and you really got in touch with it. So very, very cool. Very, like, I don't want to say it's similar to Detroit because they're two completely different cities with their own culture and vibe. But in the sense of the rich music history, there's a lot of similarities there. So that's something I noticed and really appreciated when I visited Chicago.
Awesome.
What was your favorite place when you were in Chicago? You remember any of the stuff you saw, and what was something you really enjoyed?
Well, so I was with the wedding, so it was kind of like a coordinated experience. But we got to eat at Gibson's Steakhouse.
Oh,
So I think that's a relatively well-known steakhouse. There's a lot of celebrities on the wall. We got down to the lake to see the fireworks at another restaurant. I can't remember. It was like a 12-hour day. They really treated us well because we came into town.
yeah.
And we toured the entire city. They literally took us on a tour. And then we ended up eating. So I told you Gibson's, and then I think one or two other restaurants or bars that we ended up going to and hanging out down by the lake with the fireworks and everything.
Yeah, by the Navy Pier, right?
The Navy Pier, that's right. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Did you get to eat a Chicago-style hot dog?
I did the next day. I made a point to get a Chicago dog.
Yes. All right, good.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the name of the restaurant. We're somewhere in the downtown area. But really good food. I thought the food scene was amazing. I love food. I'm Italian, so it's kind of just another part of my culture.
Yep.
So anytime I visit a city, I can't wait to have whatever it is that they're offering. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's the best part about traveling.
Yeah.
That's
but I
so
never had
cool.
a deep dish, so I got to catch up next time I get there. Yeah.
Joey,
we can ship those.
Really?
you don't want that crap.
We recently I sent a couple to Jim Belushi's secretary because she got Jim Belushi to come and be on a different show that I work, a radio show that focuses on the blues.
Not this show.
No,
we can say it. It's the Bus Stop Blues.
Of course, I love
it.
those guys.
Yeah, well, they're friends of ours.
Since Jim Belushi is still running around doing the Blues Brothers thing, it just kind of seemed like a fun thing to invite him on the show. So his secretary was so great, or his assistant, and so I sent her 2 deep dish frozen pepperoni Giordano's pizzas.
Nice.
So Joey, I can make it happen for you someday.
Well, we might have to arrange something. I'm curious.
So what's going on? Do you have projects going on? Are you in a band right now? What's going on with music with you?
Yeah, so I'm in the studio working pretty frequently right now. I've written about probably about who knows how many songs I've written, but I probably have about 5 or 6 that I feel good about. That I'm hoping to get out this year. I am working with a partner who's helping me produce and engineer everything. Same person who helped me with Elevate Me, the song you're familiar with.
Which I love.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we worked hard on that. So we're working on a variety of new songs across all genres. That's actually, when I wrote that song, it was a little bit, I think, unexpected by people who know me best. I usually gravitate toward like rock, hip hop, and pop.
Okay.
But I'm just such a fan of that style of music. It came out of me, like, you know what I mean? Involuntarily, I wrote it and I really liked the song. So I ended up
Very jazzy.
releasing it. Yeah, thanks. It's so yeah, aside from that, that's what we're doing. We're working on, like I said, a variety of different genres, different songs. And at the same time, I actually do play in a band as well. I play percussion in a Canadian rock band.
Are you guys doing primarily originals or is it cover songs?
No, it's originals. It's original band. Yeah. I'm not one of the writers in that band. I just play percussion on stage.
Okay.
But yeah, that's an original band, been around since 2005. And
wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time. Yeah.
I haven't played with them that long. I worked with them since they kind of kicked off. And then I eventually ended up getting in the band. I don't even know how it happened. We just started jamming and it worked. And next thing I know, I was on stage with them. So
yeah, cool.
What's the name of this band?
The band's called Never Ending White Lights.
All right. They're going to get some new followers now.
Yeah, why not? It's a great Canadian rock band.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's pretty cool project.
When we start the show, Joey, what's the song that I can find online that would kick off the show with. You got anything on YouTube yet?
No, just the one song I sent you as of
On
now.
On Spotify?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on Spotify, whatever
Okay.
streaming service is. I'm in the process of shooting a video for that. So I was
Cool.
hoping it might be done for this, but it didn't work out that way.
How about I
Yeah,
how about I make a music video for you, Joey?
go for it. Do me a favor. Yeah.
All
let's
right.
get out there.
We'll hook you up.
Pete can do it. He can do it.
I I could do it. I didn't say it was going to be
Do
any
it.
good. Joey,
So,
you said
so I
Windsor.
want
Joey, you said Windsor and Toronto, two different music scenes, but are you telling me that if Geddy Lee didn't come in right now in the town, they wouldn't be carrying him around in a freaking chair?
Say that again, sorry. Who is it?
Geddy
Geddy
Lee,
Lee.
Alex Lifeson from Rush.
Yeah.
If they would come into Windsor right now, would they be carried around on your shoulders, or they'd be like, "Nah, it's not our scene"?
No, they would do great here. Yeah. No, Windsor's not what's the word I'm looking for? But I mean, all music is loved here. Like it's the city is so diverse, especially with the music scene, because again, having Detroit, like you have, like I said, the Motown, then you've got the rock, you've got, you got artists like Kid Rock, Eminem. These people have all influenced like the more modern generations, right?
Sure.
Then you go all the way back to the Jackson 5 and anyone else you can think of, right?
Yeah.
So I've never seen anyone not gravitate toward a genre of music. It's very, very wide open here. And we have Caesars. We have a Caesars casino here. So we get a lot of major acts that come through regularly. Whoever's on contract with Caesars basically performs here. So
Nice.
people that I know go to as many shows as they can, regardless of who it is.
Yeah, I know people like that.
Yeah, we do like our music scene, like we all love it. We all try to go out and support if a friend's playing, or even if a cover band's coming in. If we have time and we can get tickets, we go, because it's just, it's music, man. I don't have to explain to you guys.
That's really how our crowd here is in the Chicago suburbs. Not so much in the city of Chicago itself. It's a little bit more competitive and a little bit more, I don't know. But here, everybody just kind of leaves their egos at the door and checks in to support each other
Yeah.
and show up. And it's pretty lovely. I love hearing that you guys have that going on up there too, that kind of support.
Yeah, we do. It's cool. Like a lot of my friends are musicians. I have a lot of friends just from being musicians, from being around other musicians and meeting them. And, if somebody asks you, oh, can you play with us, or can you do this? You haven't, you start sharing ideas and you just build relationships, and it's awesome. And then you're happy to go support. You want to cheer them on, right? Like you want to see your boy do good, or a friend of yours, or even just somebody from your city, in my opinion. I always try to root for the home team. You know what I mean? So anybody's out there
Absolutely.
doing something of quality, I want to get behind it.
Now, did you mention to any of your friends that I stumbled across you by mistake and that you were doing this podcast, or are you waiting until it comes out?
Yeah, I actually haven't told anyone. No.
Smart move.
I'll just drop it out of nowhere when it's done.
Yeah.
I did the same thing when I released my song. I didn't even tell anyone I was releasing a song, and then dropped it online, and people were like, "You wrote a jazz song?" And I was like, "Yeah, there it is."
Nice.
I think we're going to change the title of the podcast to the Canadian Local Music Podcast, just for you, Joey, for this
I
episode.
appreciate that. Wow, that'd be great.
So, Joey, one of the things we see, not so much in the city, but in the suburbs, we really have what's become almost everybody has one, or they're playing every weekend, is tribute bands. Do you guys get a lot of tribute bands over there, or is it more original rock or original pop or original whatever? Do you see a lot of that?
More recently there's a new rock and roll bar opened up that kind of makes a point to get somebody in almost weekly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been really cool. Otherwise, we do see them. We have tribute bands that come through. I think it's a mix of both.
Mm-hmm.
If they're touring and they're in the Detroit area or they're in the Toronto area, there's a good chance we're going to get them to come through here.
Yep.
If they have a demand online, they're going to come through. But I would say it's pretty well balanced. You're not seeing too many original acts these days. I think a lot of people are gravitating online, and because they have the opportunity to just kind of release their music, they're not as inclined to go and put on a show to show it off. Because if you've ever done a show, it's a lot of work. There's a lot of time invested, and sometimes the return is a little imbalanced from what you contributed. So with that being said, you don't see
All
as
right.
many originals as you did maybe in the last 15, 20 years, but you still see guys out there making a push and getting themselves online and trying to promote it. So
What do you think the hardest part about being an independent musician is these days?
I have no idea what I'm doing outside of writing music. That might be the hardest part. The business side is there's no textbook to follow, you know. So
Right.
and then I mean, there's a lot of factors when you're independent. First of all, financially, you're sponsoring yourself, and you're hoping that you're coming across a studio that can actually deliver a sound that you're trying to produce. Because that's another challenge. A lot of people have equipment, and they might be able to use it to a certain degree or be able to get one style or sound out of it, but it might not necessarily be your style of sound.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, you might be $1,500 into a song by the time you realize that. So I'd say those types of challenges are probably the hardest for independent artists. I think getting yourself out there isn't as hard as it used to be because the internet, you know, allows for us to get into the algorithms and promote to, you know, your target audience and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, I think the management side and really the getting a recording that you're able to compete with, you know, the best in the world, because you're going to fall through the cracks otherwise. So I think there's a few challenges in that aspect.
Yep.
Bongo and Roji, the youngsters of the crowd here, I just want to ask a question. Triumph seems to be making its way back. That's a good old, I think, Ontario band that's becoming popular. Do you have any thoughts on the resurgence of Triumph, or no comment?
So
I mean, it could be.
they sing a song. They have a particular. So are you asking me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. There's that one song that was being used for the NHL promotion last year.
Lay it on the
Magic
line.
Power.
Is it
Magic
Laid on the
Power?
Line? Do I have the right band?
Lay it on the line.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it Lay It on the Line?
I mean, I think that song's amazing. That's in my playlist. It's especially my gym playlist. So yeah, the resurgence of bands I think is cool. I think it's good that they're being reintroduced. I think the history of music's important for music listeners to know. I think it's good to know where certain styles originated from and come from. So anytime somebody from back in the day is able to come back and show us, you know, who they are, I think it's a treat. I think it's amazing personally. So
I got tickets to the concert.
nice.
Talk to me,
How much
Bongo.
did that cost?
Triumph, they were underrated, man.
Listen, I gotta tell you something.
Go ahead.
I have been
Let me get comfy.
I've been a fan since not the beginning, really, because came around in like the late 70s, I think. So, but I remember hearing when the first time I heard their stuff, I'm like, this is fantastic. This guy can sing, they can play, they got great melodies, they got hooks to hook you. And so I've been a fan, and it was one of the first concerts I saw as a kid. I mean, I was a freshman in high school, and I saw that Thunder 7 tour, and then I saw him a few times after. Now I'm going to go catch him in Wisconsin, actually, because it was a cheaper ticket than Chicago. So I'm going to see him in May at I forgot the name of the arena, but it's probably only holds like 3,000 or 4,000. So, Rosie, what's your opinion on Triumph?
I was just going to say, Rush is going to start getting a resurgence now because, they have Annika playing drums for them. I don't know. It's synonymous. Triumph, Rush. I mean, power trio, right?
Yeah, they were always compared, but
Canadian
I thought,
power trio.
yeah, I thought Rush was almost a little more prog. And in my opinion, some of the stuff that they did was a little more progressive, and the stuff that Triumph did was really more poppy metal, a little bit more ballads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Especially later on in their career.
I agree with everything you guys said. I mean, Triumph, they were an amazing band. Gilmore and
Rick Emmett.
Yeah. I can't remember the other guy's name.
Levine.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, Dave Levine, maybe.
The red-haired guy.
Such a great band, though. I mean, they really were underrated too by a ton.
Yeah, they didn't get a lot of the recognition that Rush got. They kind of were an afterthought, but what a great Canadian import for us, export for them.
Absolutely.
Almost as good as Joey DeMarco here, another percussionist as
DeMarco.
you, Bongo Mike.
Yeah,
You
I
guys want to
know.
compare cojones?
You know, we could.
Cajon, not
We could.
cojones.
So
Cajon.
I think I have 4 cajones.
I sat on a cajon last night.
You
I sat on
did?
Dan Peters' cajon.
Did he
Great.
kick you off?
No, I got invited to sit on it and I sat on it. It was a good
What?
one.
What was yesterday? Sunday? It was Easter. So
We
how?
had him on the radio show and they were doing a live,
Oh,
him and
that's
Janice
right.
were doing a live jam. So he showed up,
Oh,
they showed up
oh,
with bass guitar, acoustic guitar, and cajon.
yeah.
Cool.
Joey,
Yeah.
do you get
I
into
like it.
the electronic dance music, the EDM, whatever you call it, and being a percussionist? How does that come into play there? Just curious.
Yeah. So as far as like writing and producing, I do to a degree. Maybe not like the hard EDM stuff. Maybe a little bit. I would call it more dance music. Like if you think about like '90s and early millennium dance music as opposed to some of the festival music. But yeah, I think it's fun. I love jamming to that. There's nothing like you have a drink, that music's bumping. If I got my bongos out or something like that, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of space to kind of get creative on with your 4 to the floor beats. So yeah, it's pretty cool as a percussionist, I'd say. Sometimes I even jump on the drum kit and I can drum along with it. So just from a jamming perspective, it's pretty cool.
Would you say you prefer being more live in front of an audience, or do you prefer being in a studio?
It's 2 different loves, I would say, 2 completely different relationships. I love being in the studio. I don't know. It's just something I love, somewhere I love to be. I love to write. I'm inspired while I'm in there. But playing a show, being on stage, there's just nothing like that.
Different energy.
Yeah, there's just nothing like it. I really wouldn't know how to describe it. If you've ever done it, you know what I mean. If you haven't, like, it's very hard to put in words.
Oh, I got bit by the bug last year when there's a local band, a Scorpions tribute band, that lets me come up and do cowbell for a
Cool.
song.
Right.
I totally get why you guys do what you do. It's
Yeah.
just one song that I do. It is a rush. I'm having a blast, working the crowd. I totally get it.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
long are one of those songs, Joey?
What's that?
How long are one of the EDM songs? About how long?
To
I
infinity.
so they vary, but I Googled it just to see if there was like kind of a format, and it
Yeah.
said they're anywhere from like 4 to 8 minutes.
Yeah.
So again, though, because I'm more on like like I said, the dance kind of pop side of it, not so much the EDM.
Yeah.
A lot of the songs that I'd be familiar with are probably still in your 3.5 to 4.5 minute range. But some of the more extreme songs, like when you really get deep into the genre, yeah, they can go on for a while.
Oh yeah.
Would you do any of those, like, what do you call it, the silent discos? Everybody's wearing the headset and different color. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
They look fun.
I would do it. Why not? I mean,
Yeah.
this is another way to experience music.
I've
Talk
done
to me,
it.
Bongo.
It is the most unique thing because when I first time I saw it was out in it was Oregon. I was at a festival and they said silent disco or whatever they called it, and it was like at 2 a.m., right? So they can't be
Yeah.
jamming music. So we walk out there and everyone's got a wireless headset on, and it almost was like they were zombies because you're not hearing the music, you're just watching these people groove to nothing. And then of course we had to try it, so we go get our pair of wireless headphones and we put it on, and all of a sudden we're right in with those people moving around on this grassy area with absolutely, we're hearing something nobody else is. It's kind of funny to watch.
Yeah.
Joey, we're bitching about playing at 8 o'clock at night. You guys don't go on to what, 2 in the morning to get started? That's the opener? How does that work?
You know what? So I have played in shows where you don't go on until 10 o'clock, but I mean, it depends when you're scheduled. Depends who's running the show too. Who's promoting it and whatnot. 'Cause we've been forced on stage at 8 p.m. And I'm not opposed to it. I don't mind playing a little bit earlier. But whatever there is to do, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
sometimes you guys are the headliner, sometimes you guys are opening. Is that right, Joey?
yeah, exactly.
Who is your favorite band that you opened for?
Well, recently we opened for a band called Ours. I don't know if you ever heard of Jimmy Necco. He's from New Jersey.
But I'm gonna look him up.
Yeah, he's a little bit more in the, I'd say, the indie scene. He was in the mainstream, maybe more in the mid early '90s. I believe he signed with Rick Rubin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I think he was also on the Spider-Man 2 soundtrack. Don't quote me on that. I think he may have been. But he was getting pretty well known, and we got to open for him. And one of my favorite things about opening for him was the guy's just an amazing singer. He's got like a 5-octave range, and he loves to jam. So I like when musicians go up there. It's like you got to do your thing, but he's not afraid to improvise. And I just love seeing someone who can sing, someone with pipes, and who's got the energy and the passion. Is just, to me, that's real entertainment when it comes to music. So that was really cool. So as soon as I got off stage, when we were done, I went in the crowd and I just watched the show. So I guess,
Awesome.
yeah, I'd say that was probably my favorite band we opened for.
Who's your dream band that you wish you could open for? Which band or which artist would be like the
I don't know if there's one particular artist. I love the legends. I love all of them. Even if I don't listen to their music regularly, I just I'm infatuated with the culture. So
Mhm.
it wouldn't really matter. There's probably like endless artists that I would love to share a stage with, or just something.
So what would it take to get you guys to come to Chicagoland and play here?
Not much. We would love to do it. I can only guarantee that. We love to play and perform, especially
Yeah.
especially if we had a chance to play in a great city like Chicago. That would be amazing.
You got a van?
I'm trying to put a band together for my original music. I've got to finish
No, a van. V-A-N. You
Oh,
got
a van.
I thought you said band.
No,
I thought he said
I'm sure
band.
we could get access to it or figure out some transportation.
Can always rent an Econoline van.
Yeah, that works, right?
You think your band might be up for that? A little road trip sometime?
Yeah, I don't want to speak on behalf of everyone, but I'd be surprised if they turned it down.
All right.
Oh,
We're
it's a
gonna talk
challenge,
later.
Beth.
Beth, it's all about money. You
Yeah.
gotta pay the guys,
Pay that man his money.
I will see what I can cook up.
All right. Sounds good.
I know
Joey,
a couple people.
Joey, you doing anything with AI?
No.
Or anything?
No, I checked it out. I did check it out. It's pretty remarkable what it's able to do. I don't know. I'm not against AI. I understand everything has a purpose and it's a tool and whatnot, but for myself, I prefer to write the music. I've plugged different ideas in there just to see what it would produce, and it is really cool. But at the end of the day, I don't know. There's just something about the originality that comes out of a person that just can't be duplicated. Maybe the AI will catch up one day. I don't know, but
Joey, walk me through the hypocrisy of that statement, because the
What?
music, the music business, everybody's stealing from everybody else. The four chords. I don't want to get in my same rant, but I call them AI snobs, because in a couple of years, everybody's going to be doing. There's people that are sitting in a closet right now with their laptops. They're like, oh man, I need a second verse for this. I got there you go. Bam. It's happening. It's happening right now. Liars, all of them. But do you think that with the kid, when I say kids, anybody younger than us is a kid, okay, Joey? Do you think it's happening and nobody's admitting to it, or it's like, no, they're just purists out there that will never touch it, or
yeah, I mean, when you look at the advertisements, I think they have Timbaland, who's one of the biggest producers in the world, marketing Suno. So I think a lot of artists are using it. I don't think that there's a problem with using a tool to help you.
Producer, I think it's more on the production side than it is on the artist side right now.
Yeah. I mean, what's cool about it is it gives you like a variety of different ideas that you'd have to get in a room with people and spend a lot of time, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And it doesn't necessarily, like, when I hear like you said, the AI snobs or whatever, like, there's always innovation in music, and every time there was a technological breakthrough, somebody had a problem with it.
Yeah.
You know, what's inauthentic, this and that, whatever. So there's a way to use things, you know. And there are actually people who are enjoying AI produced music, like they're knowingly listening to it and liking it. So
I mean, the song that we came up with about me meeting you, the wrong Joey DeMarco, turned out,
yeah,
that was a really catchy
Can be
song.
found on Spotify.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so
I think
it's such a fine line. How do you don't want to use it as a replacement. You do, like you said, want to use it as a tool, as an assistant.
You
But at the same time, it can write a banger song in 2 seconds that had,
well, ultimately you're the final editor, right? So you're signing off on it because you have all the songs that are written by somebody else that are performed by somebody else that have been ripped off from somebody else, and that's kind of where I'm getting with the hypocrisy. But where I see things are going right now is if I want to go on a ride, I'll say, make me a playlist. Here are the things I want to hear about, and then bam, I'm listening to my own music. I don't care. In a couple more years, to be like, you know what? I want to see a movie. Make this the plot. Here are the stars. Show me the movie. Make it 2 hours and 1 minute, and make me the movie. That's kind of where we're gonna
I got about a 30-second
go.
video clip of when we played a Tesla song at one of the, I think it was Wolfie Jam, and Dermont sang, Mikey D sang it. I created a video for it on one of the platforms. It let me go as far as I possibly could for free. And then it kicked out this, and it used the track that I uploaded, and it created a music video for that song. And it's amazing, like I said, and the production side of it. I was watching a guy using, what is it, Suno? Is that how you say it, Suno?
Suno.
He was a producer, and he worked with a lot of different artists, and he pulled out CDs from like 25 years ago and uploaded them into Suno and didn't really tell it much, just to interpret it and improve it, do what you want with it. And the results were just unbelievable. But it was his stuff, right? So I mean, you're kind of crossing the line. But to what Joey just said, you can do stuff now in a matter of 30 minutes where it would take you 3 days before to run all the different scenarios, EQs, effects, and all that shit. I mean,
But I think, Joey, how do you judge if you're rocking or not? Do you count how many cell phones that are recording you, or because that could be an AI thing that could, not just record you on stage, but recording the crowd and seeing when you play and what happens when you get the engagement. How do you know when you're rocking? When you get paid well, or it's a subjective thing that you see? Hey, everybody's into us. Lighters up, eh?
Yeah, I would say when the crowd's responding is when you're rocking. If they're having a good time and they're coming to see you again, then you did something right. The energy vibes, right? Like the energy of the artist, the energy of the crowd, it's one motion. I mean, at a good show, at least it is. So yeah, I think that's what it is. Like for myself, like obviously money is part of it. It's a business, and who doesn't want to make money, right?
Yeah.
But when I'm performing, I'm not thinking about money, or like I'm in a moment, and it's just a total feel. It's just a blessing to be in that moment. So just a clear-minded experience. And like I said, you're just enjoying the crowd's enjoying you. And if that's what's happening, then you're rocking.
Are you doing this full time, Joey?
Well, I don't know what it means to be a full-time musician. But
There you go.
My entire life, I've never skipped a beat. It's something that I do almost every day.
Okay.
So it's, I guess the idea would be to call it full-time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Bongo, you want to ask him about Canadian food?
I do.
I like
Is
Canadian
it my
beer.
time? Is it my time already, Pete?
Moosehead or
Molson.
Molson? Hey,
Are we getting to the rapid fire questions?
Rapid fire questions. I want Rosie to ask a question.
yeah, Rhodesy.
what?
What you pick on me?
Yeah, why you always
kid, Rosie?
you know what? Just because I'm a drummer doesn't
not just
mean
a pretty
everybody can
face.
pick on me.
You're not just a pretty face, Rhodesy.
Oh,
You know,
Jesus.
you know why you
God,
can't see his
bury
hands?
me
He's
in the
drumming.
back. I don't know. I don't have many food questions about Canada. I mean, I've spent a lot of time in BC.
All right, how about this,
Vancouver.
Rhodesy? Ask him what the hell is Canadian bacon and why is it a thing?
It's ham.
Ask the question.
You just did.
Jesus Christ, I got to buy you a pack of gum and teach you how to chew it, Rhodesy.
No, think about it, Pete. This is going to be great for the next album that we put out.
Okay,
on
good.
Yeah.
All right. Bongo, I guess it's your turn.
I'm up. All right. Well, Joey, this is the part of the show where we rapid fire some questions at you, and I don't want you to think a lot about them. I just want you to answer them. And these aren't necessarily going to be music related questions. So this is like getting to know Joey DeMarco part of the show. So the first question I have for you is, what was your first concert? I mean, one where like you bought a ticket, you went to it, it was a bigger show. I'm not talking about like, seeing some, local band out in a gazebo in a park during the summer. I'm talking about biggest name concert, your first one.
Right. So my first concert I went to was a Green Day concert at Cobo Hall.
Ah,
Dookie
cool.
tour, 95.
Wow.
Ah,
Cobo Hall. I know
Cobo
it well.
Hall.
Kiss.
Yeah, right. Kiss. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a great one. Green Day. What is your favorite food from Chicago?
Man.
It doesn't have to be a hot dog. It could just be like
Could I just pop in there on this one,
Yeah.
Bongo Mike? I don't want to
Okay,
step
go ahead,
all
do
over you,
it.
but Joey, could you please explain to me what the hell is poutine?
Not
oh,
I eat personally, but yeah, it's basically just fries with gravy and cheese on it.
mhm.
Yeah, there's not much more to it.
How can you not?
Never even
how
heard
can
of
you
that.
What?
Poutine? Dude,
You've never
that's
been in New Orleans?
2 a.m.
It's called poutine.
Poutine, yeah.
I've heard of poutang, but I haven't
Oh
heard
yeah,
of
you can get it
poutine.
with like brisket and other. It's like a smorgasbord of shit, but it's based off of what Joey said. It's just fries, gravy, and cheese, and then they put other shit
love.
on there.
Yeah, I think they might dress it up a little bit more. It's but originally that's what the three ingredients were, as far as I know.
Is that
Yeah.
French? Is that what that is? That
Yeah,
French?
it's a French Canadian dish.
I never even heard of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if fries are smothered in cheese or gravy, I would just call it fries with cheese or gravy.
Heaven.
Right, yeah.
No, you got to get some bacon on there. Then it's heaven.
So Joey,
Mikey,
what
you're missing the translation part. In French, that translates to fries with gravy.
Oh yeah, that's what it means.
what are some
No.
other Canadian delicacies that we can point to besides poutine that you like, Joey? That I'm going to go to Detroit and hop across the highway there.
Yeah, I mean,
Tunnel.
I couldn't even really tell you what Canadian food is. Like, Windsor's very multicultural.
Yeah.
Great Italian restaurants, Middle Eastern food, Asian food. So we're not really. Windsor's. I guess you'd have to go maybe like into the middle of Canada, maybe somewhere up in Saskatchewan or something to find out what real Canadian food is. Because all the way from here to Toronto, you're just finding a wide variety of different styles of restaurants. So as far as Canadian food, I couldn't tell you, but our food scene here is pretty good.
Sounds like a nice melting pot.
Yeah. We have little districts, and we got great pizza as well. We're known for our pizza here in Windsor. It's called Windsor style pizza.
Mhm.
So we've had some restaurants win awards for that and whatnot. But
Oh my gosh.
What constitutes the pizza? Like, how like Chicago's known for their deep dish,
right,
and is it a thinner crust? Is it a thicker crust? Is it like Jets
What about
pizza?
the
What's
Detroit
it like?
style? Like you
no,
make
it's
it out-
very different than Jets and Detroit style. It's not a deep dish either. So it's not a thin crust, but it's not a thick crust. So it's kind of
Okay, so it's somewhere in
Like a hand
between.
tossed.
Yeah, it's a round pizza. Now there's a very specific place that everyone gets their cheese called Galati cheese, and I don't know, there's a higher fat content or something, like staple in pizza, and then shredded pepperoni tends to be something that is really popular around here, and a lot of people say canned mushrooms as well is one of the big ingredients here.
Oh, wow.
I would say though, if I had to explain what's good about it, a lot of these places, they make a good dough, they got a good sauce and a high quality cheese. After that, whatever you want to put on it is up to you.
Yeah, yeah.
And then with having a lot of Italians that migrated here over the last 100 years, we just have people that know how to make pizza, and that's transitioned on in generations. So even though some of the restaurants have been sold to people maybe who aren't Italian, they still have the recipes and they're still doing their best to make sure that they preserve, that authenticity that over originally.
Nice.
I'm starving.
Yeah. Beth, this is the part of the show where we get everyone hungry. Okay, so the next question then is, Joey, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Rocky. Every single Rocky.
Really?
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah,
No hesitation. It's
I haven't
Rocky.
seen the new one. Right? There's a new one with
Creed?
Michael. Yeah, Creed. I haven't. Well, there's
Creed
Creed,
3.
but there was ones before that, right? There was like that Rocky reboot with I think it's Michael B. Jordan. I don't know who's playing the role, but I haven't seen that. I stopped after, I think it was 5, right? Was that the one where he trained the kid and then he fights the kid at the end?
Yeah, Tommy
Gunn?
Yeah.
Tommy Gunn.
And then they did
on the juice.
one, I think, in 2006. And then from there, I think they transitioned into the Creed era. Well, I didn't really follow the Creed era as well as much. But I grew up.
It's a great movie though, like Rocky is a timeless movie, the tale of this guy who comes up from nothing and, basically, I mean, it's just a feel-good movie, and it won an Academy Award. I mean, it was a lot of big movies the year that it went up there and it won. It beat out like some really like big name movie stars and stuff. Pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Next question for you. This is a music question. Your favorite band of all time?
That's another tough one. Again, I love so many artists.
Just pick the one you like the most.
Huge Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's hard to be like to say one artist or one band is my favorite, but I guess if I were to go back as far as I can and think about who I've been listening to the longest and just someone I always found inspiring musically was Michael Jackson for sure.
And I'm sure as a percussion type player like yourself, that's always fun stuff to play along with too.
Yeah, it's cool trying to jam those songs.
Yeah.
Even sometimes I'll just grab the bass and play the bass lines or
nice.
But
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Joey, you're basically living a Rocky story, accidentally booked on a Chicago podcast,
Right.
singer from Windsor nobody's heard of yet. Does that resonate with you?
To a degree, yeah. I mean, I didn't think about it until you brought it up, but I can see the comparison, definitely.
Can we get him to go to Philadelphia and run up those stairs?
I'll do it. One of these days I will.
What are you talking about? We'll do it right now.
Right
Insert
now.
Rocky theme here.
Pete's going to do it. I know
AI generated video here.
I know it. Pete is going to do it.
Joey, you got 3 arms.
My last question for you, Joey, and I don't know how this, if this, I'm sure you might know about him. I don't know. Actually, Pete always wants to know.
Everybody knows.
Yeah. Do they know? I don't know if everybody knows this.
Ask the man the question, sir.
Pop-Tarts. You ever have a Pop-Tart?
Of course. Well, yeah.
Okay. You love them or hate them?
No, I'm not the biggest fan of Pop-Tarts.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair. We get, it's kind of, 50-50. Yeah, look at that.
Why?
Roji.
Why?
Got him. It's strawberry.
Okay, so if no Pop-Tarts, what's the best go-to snack after a gig? What are you going for?
It usually ends up in some sort of like fast food mess.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, like somebody will want to treat the band. Like our last show in Toronto, a buddy went and bought like 60 cheeseburgers, and I think there was like 5 or 6 of us in the room. So it's usually how it goes down. If not pizza, depends how late it is, I guess. If you can still get.
You got Tim Hortons there?
What's that?
Tim Hortons.
Yeah, Tim Hortons.
Yeah. Is that the place to go?
Yeah, it's a coffee shop. It's sold. It used to be. I think Burger King owns it now. Whoever owns Burger King owns it now. So.
Oh, forget it.
There was a point in time
They were good donuts. I remember having them.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, is that Brett Favre?
Brett Favre in the house.
Last one, Joey.
Gotta
We'll
make
let
sure
you.
he's making me dinner.
Poutine. Well, comedy in Toronto and that area, Canadians got a hell of a sense of humor. And Second City, is there? I don't know. I've been in Toronto a long time, but I mean, is comedy still a thing? I know you're not by Toronto, but I'm sure you would try. Do you go to comedy clubs at all? Is comedy a thing out there?
I don't frequent them too often, but I do actually love comedy. I love stand-up. I do acting. I do some comedic acting.
Really?
Yeah, I do some acting as well. So I love comedy. If the opportunity comes up, I would go. We just started locally here. So we used to have a comedy club back in the day. It closed down. And then just recently, I've started seeing stuff online where certain bars, they're trying to find different, ways to draw people in. So maybe like a Tuesday night or Thursday night, they'll have comedians come through and do some stand-up. I haven't had a chance to go out and check it out yet. Toronto's probably got a much bigger scene. I know Montreal has a huge comedy scene. So I'd say it's pretty popular here.
I mean, Canada has given us some great comedians and musicians. I'm forever. Anytime I meet someone from Canada, I thank them for so many people that came out of there.
Yeah.
Some of the funniest people in the world.
Joey, let's
Came
sell
from
some
Canada.
tickets. Where can people find out more about you?
You can jump on my Instagram.
Which is?
It's my name, Joey DeMarco. I think it's like
DE space Marco.
DE space Marco.
Yeah.
Is that the mark?
It might translate to something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it would. But yeah, you can join my Instagram. I think it's like _ Joey _ D _ something like that. But
We'll find it and we'll insert it into the show here so that people can see it on the produced version.
The link.
Yeah, I'm looking for it now. A whole bunch of Joey DeMarcos come up, but there is a Joey _ DeMarco.
Is there a Joey _ D? I got a black fedora on. It's my cover photo from the Elevate Me song.
That's a great picture.
Thank you.
Okay, I think I got the wrong guy. He has like a red helmet on.
No,
See, I'm not the only one that gets the wrong Joey DeMarcos.
You got to put a V in front of it, Joey. The Joey DeMarco.
I got to change it to something. I had it. Yeah, I changed it to Joey D. I guess I should have had something.
Canada's #1 Joey DeMarco. We're gonna do an album off of this show, Joey. The magic of AI. If I was going to do a tune about Joey DeMarco, you already have one song written about you already. What would be the style that we would use? Give me a couple themes in there, and let's see what we come up with for our album for you.
Oh man, I don't know. It's got to be something with a good beat. That's for sure.
How many beats per minute?
I don't know. You can probably keep it around 110, 115.
Okay.
I was going to say, I like one.
Motown and poutine right there. Bam.
Anything with soul, anything with a good beat soul to it would match the vibe, I think.
Beth Miller, Bongo Mike, Chris Roji, drummer for hire, Joey DE space Marco, the Mark from Canada. Canada's #1 Joey DeMarco. Thank you for hanging with
Joey, great to meet you. Gotta try and find you on Instagram.
Canadian podcast.
Yep, you're going to get some new followers and fans from this, Joey. That's a fact.
Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys having me on. It was a pleasure to be hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Let us know when you come to Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's a cool way to say later in Canada?
Later.
We say
Take off, Hoser.
Hoser. Is that Hoser still a thing?
yeah, that's when you really get up into Canada, for sure the accent change and
That's the strange brew right there.
Yep, exactly.
it really, if you a little bit more similar to the way people speak in the United States, but if you get into Canada, like I've been places where I didn't understand people.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the dialect changes.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
We're
I don't
all
like
talking
here.
through those ice tents. Bitchin'. All right, everybody, have a great night. Beth, thank you so much.
Hey, guys.
Bongo,
Thanks, guys.
Roji, Joey DeMarco. See you later, my friends.